Hello everyone. My today's topic is computational methods, literary interpretation, and the transformation of humanistic knowledge. So, these are my academic information, table of contents, and my research question. So, the core research question of this is can computational methods truly transform our understanding of literature without diminishing the interpretive depth, ethical reflection, and aesthetic sensitivity that define the humanities? My hypothesis asserts that computational methods indeed broaden our understanding by revealing large scale historical and linguistic patterns, yet they must remain subordinate to interpretive and ethical frameworks. Yeah, in this, I align with scholars like Underwood Ted and Ellen Liu, who see computation as a complementary tool useful for discovery, but never a replacement for humanistic reasoning. And I also draw from Rupika Rizam's insistence that computational inquiry must remain attentive to justice, inclusion, and representation. So, first, introduction. Uh, we see over the past 2 decades, the humanities have undergone a remarkable methodological transformation. The rise of data-driven approaches such as text mining, topic modeling, and network analysis has challenged the traditional model of close reading. While close reading privileges depth and individual interpretation, computational methods enable analysis across thousands of texts, shifting the scale of inquiry. In this, we'll examine both the promises and pitfalls of this methodological expansion, and asking not only what these tools can reveal, but how they alter the very nature of literary interpretation and humanistic knowledge. So, Moretti's challenge and the crisis of scale. So, Franco Moretti's seminal essay, Conjectures on World Literature, sets the stage for this entire debate as Moretti identifies what he calls the crisis of scale, the impossibility of studying world literature through close reading alone. Since scholars can read only a fraction of published works, he proposes distant reading. And where in distant reading itself becomes a condition for knowledge. Instead of reading texts, one studies data about them, graphs, maps, and charts of it that reveal large-scale literary patterns of it. For instance, his analysis of novel titles demonstrates a historical shift from proper names to abstract concepts and marking changes in literary aesthetics. Thus, distant reading transforms literary study from interpretation of individual texts to exploration of literary systems. Computational methods, the technical landscape. So, computational literary studies deploy several technical methods as outlined by Janickel and three other scholars in their essay. So, four of the most influential include topic modeling, stylometry, network analysis, and etc. So, each provides a quantitative lens for examining literary phenomena, from tracing thematic clusters to mapping character networks or emotional trajectories. Yet, these techniques expose what Nancy Da later calls the interpretive gap. While computation can identify patterns of word co-occurrence, it cannot infer the meaning. For example, topic modeling may show a well, sea, and sheep clustering together, but it cannot explain why Melville chose the whale as symbol, or how whiteness functions in Moby Dick. Thus, the interpretive leap remains a fundamentally human act. Underwood TEDs defend the best case of computation. So Ted Wood's Distant Horizons, published in 2019, represents one of the most sophisticated defenses of computational methods. He argues that distant reading is not a replacement for close reading, but a means of testing and expanding hypotheses that arise from interpretive practice. Underwood's large-scale analysis reveal, for example, that literary genres are historically fluid rather than fixed, and that language coded as feminine tends to correlate negatively with literary prestige, demonstrating systematic gender bias within evaluative standards. His model integrates that computation and interpretation in a cyclical process. Data analysis generates hypotheses which are then refined through historical contextualization and close reading. So, in this, I believe that exemplifies computation at its best, empirical without displacing the human. So, Board's critique, the corpus problem. Catherine Board's A World of Fiction challenges the assumed objectivity of computational literary studies. She argues that digital corpora are not neutral; they are socially constructed archives, and it archives shaped by political, economic, and cultural biases. For example, data sets labeled as English language fiction overwhelmingly represent British and American works, while colonial and post-colonial literatures are largely excluded. So, the Da controversy, methodological crisis. Nancy Da, in 2019 article in Critical Inquiry, delivers one of the most scathing critiques of computational literature studies. She argues that many computational literature projects, study projects, rely on statistically invalid methods, unreplicable results, and unjustified interpretive leaps. So, according to the algorithms detect co-occurrences, not meanings, and therefore claims about themes or patterns are interpretive projections rather than discoveries. Her critique triggered a disciplinary crisis, focusing digital humanists to confront question of validity, reproducibility, and epistemological authority. So, Pepper's defense and critical response. Andrew Pepper's essay, "Do We Know What We Are Doing?" offers a measured response to Nancy Da. He concedes that computational methods have limitations, but insists that all methods do. Close reading, he argues, is equally irreproducible. Then critics will yield 10 interpretations. So, hence, holding computational studies to stricter standards of scientific proof is inconsistent. So, alternative frameworks. Here, I have taken the Stephen Best and Sharon Marcus's article on surface reading, and which offers an alternative to both close and distant reading. So, here I have taken Rupika Rhythms, Beyond the Margins, published in 2015, which introduces an ethical and intersectional dimensions to the debate, and where she argues that digital humanities suffer from a diversity problem, not only in practitioners, but also in the text and the traditions represented. So, Liu's meta framework, in the meaning of the digital humanities, there are delineates two competing tendencies within DH, which is HEC and YEC. So synthesis at this stage where we explore all these articles about digital humanities and literary interpretations, we can synthesize that synthesize that computational methods are valuable for large scale pattern detection and historical contextualization, but they cannot interpret meaning, irony, or aesthetic values of it. So here is contemporary implications. Whereas I have put the TikTok or we can say book talk and other contemporary implications of it. So the conclusion, in conclusion, the intersection of computation and humanistic study presents both promise and peril. Algorithms can argument algorithms can augment our capacity for discovery, yet they cannot replicate the imagination, historical sensitivity, and ethical reflection that define humanistic thought. As Bod and Liu reminds us, tools are never neutral. They reproduce the hierarchies of the system that create them, and the task of the digital humanist then is not to reject computation but to integrate it critically, using it as an instrument of exploration while preserving the interpretive depth that makes literature meaningful. So this slide tells that why this topic matters and my learning outcomes, references, and thank you so much. Feel free to ask questions if you have any.
Smruti, my question is, what is the DA controversy?
So the controversy was a major academic debate that started in 2019 with publication of Nancy Da's article, computational case against the computational literary studies, in which she argues that computers can find word patterns and real literary ideas or word patterns, not the real literary ideas and the interpretations or the historical context of it.
So, Smruti, my question is, what are some computational methods used in a literary studies?
So, some of the computational methods used in literary studies are includes the topic modeling, uh, stylometry, network analysis, sentiment analysis, and etc., and which helps us find the patterns and trends across the large collections of texts. So, this was from my side, and thank you so much.